we've got arcane pie for dessert on this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, 4 friends play D&D campaigns loosely based on our favorite media. This is episode 2 of campaign 8. Go back and start at any episode 1 or 0. For this, our 8th campaign, we are bounty hunters in an oligarchy playing through the plot of BioShock. My name is Casey Sears. I am your dungeon master for this campaign. To my left is Chuck Ventus. How you doing?
Good evening. I am playing 13, the Dragonborn Fighter.
Across the table from me, Robbie Ponder.
Hello, I am playing Dr. Rhonda Paul Leigh.
To my right, Matt Popich.
What up? I'm playing Musk Elonga, the ranger. He's a dwarf.
You're a dwarf? Great.
He's a dwarf. Mm-hmm.
I have a question for everybody. What was your character doing on the day the treaty was signed that ended the Long War? Chuck, what was 13 doing the day the Long War ended?
The day the Long War ended, I was probably residing in my home country of Dragonia. I was probably still taking on like smaller bounties and stuff. But I would say I was probably still, the war probably never ended for me. I was still probably trying to gather information to see if there was a person from my past that was still alive, to see if I could possibly track them down.
Who?
A person from my past, their name is Bane.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Was she born in the dark?
I was born in the dark. I was actually, my backstory, to kind of keep it short and sweet, I was raised in captivity, so I was never actually born in the country of Dragonia. I was actually born held in captivity in Colombia by a man named Bane, who lived in one of the richer districts, and he actually raised me to be sort of like a caged fighter to gain profit during the Long War. And on the night that I had kind of become famous just like with my fighting tactics, because he taught me everything that I've known and stuff. And one night during a fight, there was actually an attack by the dwarven capital of
Helga.
I keep forgetting that, by Helga. And I escaped during the fight, and I tried to look for Bane to go after him and kill him, but I could never track him down. So I'm not even sure if he actually survived that attack or what, but I always hope that deep down that he's still alive and I can track him down to kill him.
Good one, Robbie.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I know, right?
You Robbied it.
I was sitting there.
Robbied it.
I know.
Robbied that shit.
The question was, what is happening
No, what did I do the day
I'm
that
proud
the
of
day
you.
was
war?
And I answered it
I'm proud of you,
with
Chuck.
my background a
Yeah,
little
that was
bit.
good.
So
You really did make Robbie proud. He's rubbed off on you.
that's what I was doing. I'm searching for information on Bane's whereabouts if I could find anything.
Robbie has rubbed off on you.
Come
big
off
time.
cold. The trail is cold.
Chuck, never change.
Never
Yeah.
All right, Robbie, you are the youngest adventurer with us, correct?
I am 26 years old. So Rhonda, she was born in the MASH tent, and her mother, biological mother, passed at birth. So she was raised by the 2 doctors, Dr. Gary and Dr. Rose. And at the end of the war, like, they didn't really get to see the end of the war because people were still hurt. People were still coming into the MASH tent because they were constantly, her and her 2 fathers were always on the front line. And so we didn't ever see the stop of soldiers coming in that were getting wounded because they were still being brought in. But it was like a week later, and then we actually felt like the war ended because eventually, I mean, either the guys that we couldn't heal passed, or the guys we did heal were healed.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually, a week later, we were kind of like, the family was like, well, what do we do now? And luckily, any downtime Dr. Rhonda had, she would study to become, to be able to work and get her doctorate after the war ended.
Matt, what was Musk doing the day the war ended?
So he was likely outside of a city camping by himself. Honestly, probably internally fighting with the fact that it's not really good for business for the war to be over, right? Like this was like he was being finally had like a steady job his whole life. He had been a bounty hunter, and kind of, if there's no bounties or lightweight bounties that you're not making much off of, then you're kind of struggling. And then the war was profitable for him, like a constant job by his company or by his country to get that. So like internally, he's kind of like not happy that the war ended, but then also not happy with himself that he's selfish about it. He's a pretty conflicted guy, but like as far as like physically, he would just be out camping and by himself staring into the fire.
So right now, Musk is on the outside of a building in the Arcas University area of the Northern Gateway District of the vast magical city of Arcas. You're staring into the fire again. You have victims on the other end of your crossbow. The three of you are standing outside of Russell Hall, which seems to be some sort of student union-like hall. Roll for initiative.
Musk got a 15.
21 for 13.
A doctor got a 17.
The three of you are outside of this hall. On the inside, there are three people bashing and prying and breaking at this mechanical wonder that looks like stained glass. And spinning around the stained glass is the words Abigail's Arcane Arts, just floating like a hologram spinning around this stained glass tower. Next to that stained glass tower is a tall vertical oven with a mechanical dwarf wearing metal armor in front of it. And that says Frost Family Foundry. On the other side of the Abigail's Arcane Arts Tower, a tree with a face is holding a wood sign that says Russell's Ranger Station. And this seems like a place where you can perhaps put some of that gold you found to use. But the three people there, they don't care about gold. They're there hacking and slashing away to get whatever they can get their grubby little hands on. And they are pulling out these small cylindrical vials, and you see them starting to scrap and fight over the vials. No, mine. I want it. I need it. I want it. But I haven't had any Arcanite in 3 weeks. I'm craving it. And Musk, you're up first in the order, right? You got 21?
I did not.
I had a
Wait,
21.
Sorry.
I will hold my move. 13 got a 21. I will hold my move because these guys are unaware of us at the moment. Position myself just outside the door. Prepare an action to swing at them. Hopefully they come outside.
Okay, so you're first.
To us.
Wait, are you delaying your action or are you?
I'm going to delay my turn. Yeah.
Okay, so you're delaying your action. You're not preparing.
Well,
an action.
I'm gonna prepare an action. Actually,
Okay,
I'd
prepare an
rather
action.
step back, prepare an action outside the door to see if they come out, and then I will allow Musk to shoot his crossbow.
So Musk, you are next then, right? You got the 17?
Rhonda got 17.
Damn it. Why did I not pay attention to what you guys said? Rhonda? Are you also preparing an action?
Yeah, I will be on the opposite side of the doorway. I'm assuming these doors swing both ways. I'm not 100% sure if it matters.
The doors are barely on their hinges anymore. One is completely open and the other is just kind of slowly swinging in and out with the small breeze going by. And it's very dark, right? The only light in this area is coming from the machines themselves. And one of the people there has a torch. And that's really about it. There are maybe a couple globes of light floating around the university square, which is behind you guys. But most of those orbs have fallen and shattered.
I will ready my action on the opposite side of 13. I will ready my action to attack whatever comes through this doorway, this broken doorway.
Musk.
Pull the trigger.
All right, so there are 3 of them. One of them has some sort of magical smoky armor on themselves, and the other 2 are wearing plain clothes.
I'll shoot a plain clothes one.
Okay. The man or the woman?
Woman.
That's right. That's a tough question, you know?
They're all gonna die anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's past 30 feet, so it'll be a disadvantage. Is that correct?
That is correct.
12.
yeah. Got to hit, right?
Well, we're level 1.
So are they, maybe. So
You, believe it or not, they're not wearing any armor or anything, and you got a 12?
Uh-huh.
That totally hits. So, pa-tung, your little crossbow bolt flies across the room, and you've shot many a crossbow in your day, haven't you, Mr. Musk?
Oh yeah, all the day.
How many? You've probably had. When you do bounties, do you capture, or kill most of them?
Probably kill when possible. If it's supposed to be a capture, then he'll put in minimal effort to do so, and if it works out that way, great. But I'll probably kill first.
Roll for damage because you're shooting to kill.
7.
7 damage. So you hear this woman scream out in horror as the bolt sinks into her back. But she's still up. And they all scurry and start yelling at each other. Render attack! Render attack! Ah! And just, start freaking out.
Sounds like your Meowth voice.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Perfect. I am down to 4 crossbow bolts, and I assume.
Do you just drop back under to hide?
Yeah.
Okay, you are under full cover. It is their turns. The woman who was shot. Well, actually, can any of you even see what's going on in the room? Because 2 people are waiting by the door. You ducked back down after firing.
can't see.
So I'm going to say the 3 of you
I can hear still, but
cannot see what's happening. You hear the woman that was shot scream again. And then do a bit of a sigh of relief.
Uh-oh.
You hear them say, I think they're out front. I think they're out front. And you hear some scurrying and some noises coming from inside the room. And we are back to the top of the order. 13. Do you just want to keep waiting?
I feel like we're in like a standoff right now. You said the door's barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Can I poke my head up just to see like what in the window, see if I can see where they went to?
Sure. Do you want to give me a stealth check
Yeah.
so you can kind of spy for your action?
Sure. Is a 21.
So you peek through and you don't think anyone saw you. You see the guy with the smoky armor. He has closed the distance between yourself and the vending machines, and he's probably about 15 feet away from that door. You see the woman, and she is still standing near the vending machine, and she has the crossbow bolt in her hand that was fired at her, and she has her other hand on her back. And it actually, you can almost even tell even with your brief glance, that she's standing straight up and doesn't look like she was in as much pain as you would think from just being hit by a crossbow. You see the third person scurrying up a column inside the building, just like he's like a spider almost crawling up a column and trying to get a view out the windows and through the door.
Fuck it. I'm gonna bust through the door and I'm gonna go after the guy in the special armor.
so your action was the stealth roll
Yeah, your action was to take a peek.
Yeah, take a peek inside.
So you don't have an action left to attack anyone.
Oh, is that
So-
my action?
Yeah, that is your
Okay,
action.
well, never mind. So I will communicate to my friends and say, incoming. That's it.
Dr. Rhonda Pauley.
When 13 says incoming, I'm assuming someone's coming to the door. I will, bend my knees and I'll put my right leg back as I rest the shield on my forward left leg and the dagger on top of that. I will strengthen my stands as I hold my ready action as before as I get ready to attack whoever comes through that doorway.
Musk.
I'll shoot the same girl.
You pop up.
Shoot-a.
You fire.
15.
Hits.
4 + 2, 6.
This time, you hit her in the front side. And you hear her scream again. And she yells and points at the window where you fired through.
You shot me.
Dr. Rhonda will motion Musk to change positions after you shot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll run over. Is there a different window I can shoot them from, maybe?
Sure, you were one window over from the door. Do you want to move a further window out?
How far away is it?
Each one's about 10 feet apart. So right
Okay.
now you're 10 feet away from them. You
Okay,
can go another
perfect.
10 feet. And
Then
so
I'll
on.
do another 10
And these
feet.
windows are very, very tall. And again, like just weirdly shaped. Nothing is square in this place at all.
I'll go to the second window then.
Musk, is that your turn?
It is.
The first thing that happens is the window that Musk fired through. You see this halfling that was running around that and crawling up, the one that 13 saw crawling up that column. He just bursts through the window above where Musk was shooting, and he tumbles out onto the ground. And I think he thought he was going to get Musk, and he kind of snarls and growls at you guys. And so he's now between Musk and 13. Dr. Rhonda Pauley is on the other side of the door. The other thing that happens is the person with the smoky armor starts to move through the door, and he's just walking, and you see that inside his fists there is a swirling blizzard sitting inside his fists as he's walking through the door. So 13, you had your action ready? Roll to hit. Oh, wait, no, you didn't have an action ready.
I peeked in.
That's right. Rhonda Pauley, you had your action ready.
So who again was it? It was at the shadow smoky figure?
It's the guy with the smoky armor.
13 to hit.
And it hits his armor and bounces right back off. And right as it bounces right back off, he jumps back and he goes, "Who are you?" And launches just ice starts flying from his hands. Just little bits of ice and snow and hail all start flying towards you. He rolled a 6 + 5, 11. Does an 11 hit you?
11 is a miss. It hits my shield.
Yeah, so your shield starts to get covered in frost.
Ooh.
And let's see. You guys hear some other movement happening inside that room? You do not know what is going on. And we are back to the top of the order, 13.
Let me ask you a question about two-handed fighting. So do they both have to be light weapons? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I do have two light weapons. I have a short sword and the club from before. So I'm actually just, since I'm right next to this fellow in the smoky armor, I'm
Mhm.
just going to attack him with both my short sword
Mhm.
And my club. And I actually have a trait called two weapon fighting
Okay.
for being a fighter, which allows me to add my ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. So it's basically like a normal hit. So
Go for it.
swing my short sword first. I rolled a 1. Anything else? Should I roll my second one too?
Go ahead and roll your second one.
All right. And then that's 21.
Dr. Rhonda Pauly, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
13 goes to stab with his short sword.
15.
15. All right. So, and he just goes right under that arcanist's arm and actually hits your shield that's now covered in frost. And then you swing back down with your coral dagger. And how much damage do you do?
Well, I swung with my club. So
Oh,
the
sorry.
club was my other
Club. The
weapon.
club was your
so
second
I
one, yeah.
did 4 damage with my club.
4 bludgeoning damage. And then you swing, you're like, oops. And then you come around and you swing with the club and bash into its smoky helmet. And you definitely do some damage.
All right. And I won't move anywhere. That's my turn.
Okay. You're staying right there?
Yeah.
All right. Rhonda, in front of you, you have one of these weird people with a white jumpsuits, but it's covered in the smoky armor. And on the other side of that is 13. On the other side of that is the small little halfling that was crawling around and jumping around and came through the window. And then behind that is Musk. What do you do?
Am I able to close the door? Single us off from the other person that's in the room?
Sure. You're not sure if you could latch it or like fully close it, or it would, you know what I mean? Like,
Then what's the point? Yeah.
yeah, you could maybe protect yourselves a bit, but they could just come up and push it open. But
Yeah.
they might not be able to fire through it.
Yeah, I'll close the doors. At least push the one closed that I'm next to. And then I will raise my dagger, but I will swing it toward this smoky dude's kneecap.
All right.
21.
That is definitely a hit.
Get him.
6 damage, max damage.
Yeah, you swing low and he shrieks out, "Ugh! Are you guys with frost?" Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn. And I'll just say, we're out of towners.
Musk, what you got?
I'm gonna pop out of the new window I'm at and shoot at the female again.
Okay.
14.
That hits.
4 damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
Yeah. So I feel like she's looking in one direction, kind of ready to maybe block herself a little bit. And because I'm not there anymore, I went to another window. I'm going to say I got her kind of to the side a little bit.
Happens to me all the time in Call of Duty,
It's the worst.
right?
It's the totally worst. So I'm going to say it kind of like went right through her temple.
Oh, yeah. So she's starting to move towards the door, and she already has one bolt still in her chest, and then you just she's out. She's gone. She doesn't even say a word.
I will holster my crossbow. It's a hand crossbow, so it's just kind of small. And then I'll pull out my sword and start and move toward the smoky armored guy with my friends.
You will be moving past the small halfling that jumped out the window to do that.
Oh, I thought he was still like climbing up above. Okay, then
No.
never mind.
He jumped out the window.
Yeah, he jumped out the window, and he's next to you, in between you and 13.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay put and prepare to fight this guy.
Okay, he's about 10 feet away. So there's
Yeah.
10 feet between you and him, and 10 feet between him and 13.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay put for now.
Okay. So that halfling wearing the white jumpsuit sees you firing through the window and turn to face him, and you've never seen anything like it. It's really like a person demon possessed. Just you see the muscles on his face twitch and bend in, and then he just lunges and flies straight forward at you, Musk. And he gets a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits as I have no armor on. Even if I did, I doubt that it would help much.
And he does 5 slashing damage as his claws and even his toenails, like this is a human that's clearly been altered in some sort of way to be more animalistic, flies by you, slashes claws, and then kind of lands right on your other side. The other Arcanist who's wearing the smoky armor, he's going to continue blasting ice up the shield of Dr. Rhonda Pauly and try to hit you with it. Ooh, rolling hot. He rolls a 24 to hit. I'm sorry, 23 to hit.
Are we kind of so? I would assume that we're like kind of phased slightly a little bit too, because we've never seen anything like this. Like this is This is what we, as us here playing, know as magic.
Yeah, this is like a fever dream to you. As this person who was hit on the head by Chuck, they're kind of jostled for a second, and then they regain their composure and start pushing the ice up, and it moves up the shield into your face, Robbie, and does 7 frost damage.
I'm pretty hurt by that. You hear the doctor scream a little bit, girly scream.
Yes.
Go on. What's that sound like?
No, no, a shorter squeak than that.
That is their turn. We are back to 13, top of the order.
I'm gonna swing my weapons at this guy into armor. I rolled 4 plus 5, which is a 9. I doubt it's gonna hit.
That does
with
not
my
hit.
short sword. And then I rolled a 3 for my club plus 5. It's an 8.
Yeah, you just keep swinging and you're hitting the smoky armor, and you're like, what the hell even is this stuff?
I'm really distracted by his wizardry, his frosty fingers. What is this? I'm getting really frustrated that I'm rolling shitty, and my character's getting frustrated that he can't hit anything.
Rhonda.
After getting blasted in the face, I will do my best to adjust my shield for that way I can have a good sight on this smoky dude. And I will hit the same kneecap, opposite direction. 16 to hit.
As you go to swing low, he says, not this time. And after he's done, with the ice and everything, he opens his palms wide again, and there's just a large smoky shield from the floor up in front of him, and you hit the shield.
Okay, you know we're level 1, right?
What is this guy?
I know.
What's
I
he
don't.
doing?
He cast shield.
I
That's
think
all.
we're almost done.
He cast shield. Yeah.
All right.
I'm good. I got max health, but I
That's
just
a level
can't
1
hit
spell.
anything. So
All right. I'm nervous.
I'm numbers 2.
you haven't taken any damage though, have you?
Yes.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. I'm at less than half life.
Oh,
I tried to leave the goddamn place and took damage.
What are you at, Robbie?
I'm
You're
at 5
less than half-
HP,
oh,
so
I'm good. I got 12.
Well, they're hitting for 7 and 8, guy.
I'm ready.
It's,
All right.
I rolled him as max damage each time. I rolled max damage on you, and I rolled 1 away from max damage on
wow.
Robbie, so you're getting unlucky.
Whew.
Robbie, that was your one attack. Do you have anything else to do?
Nope.
All
that's all I
right.
got.
Musk.
Yeah, I guess I'll swing at this halfling that's near me with my my longsword here.
Get him.
7.
You do not hit. He's too fast. He's too nimble.
We're going to have to run if we keep rolling like crap, guys.
I'm
I
switching my die. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm confident.
I will pass my turn.
It is the Arcanist's turn, and you see the man who's wearing the smoky magical armor. After his shield goes away, Rhonda, it disappears, and then bam, another blast of ice flies your way.
Can I do puppy dog face at him before he doesn't hit me?
So as it goes down, you swung low, and the ice just flies right over your head. And the small halfling continues to lash out at Musk. And he rolled a 1. So he just jumps at you again, Musk, and you definitely step to the side, and he kind of tumbles and rolls next to you. And we're back to the top of the order.
All right. This is it. I'm going to swing at this guy with my
Mhm.
short sword, and I'm going to hit him. Boom. 15 plus 5 is a 20, sir.
Hits.
I do 7 damage to him with my short sword. As I stab into him with my short sword, I come swinging at him again with my club. I rolled a 10.
So the first one hits, but that's all you need.
Oh, good.
You find a gap into his armor. What do you do when you kill him?
I just drive my just simple clean kill, drive the sword into him, and just kind of like thrust it in and get real close and hiss at him.
Yeah, Rhonda, you see the sword come through the chest, and he falls forward right as he's blasting ice over your head. And it's your turn. Right? You didn't have anything else to do, 13, did you?
No.
Okay.
I push him to the ground. I guess I push him down to the ground and then turn around towards the halfling to assist Musk.
Did you use your movement to go over there?
No.
So you're still there?
Yeah. Stay behind me.
Well, Robbie's thinking.
I got it.
Get it
I have a review here. It is from Ellis.
Your guys' flashlights are annoying. That's why it's throwing me off here.
It is. I'm keeping it very purposely dark in this room. Just had a good mood for this podcast. But Matt, please read a review. I want to hear this. What do we got?
This one's actually from Ellis Rid on Spotify, the app. I pulled these, and you can actually look at other countries. And he or she is from the UK. It says, easy listening. The storylines are all great, but there are so many, even if you didn't like one or two, you can skip to a new campaign, which is great. Never played, but trying to learn so I can DM for a bunch of friends, and this is helping. Don't know why you wouldn't like one, but other than that, just kidding. Thank you very much for the review over there from the United Kingdom. Hope Brexit goes great for you.
And we're so sorry about all the accents, but
Yeah, we've gotten a few people. We're
come
not
on.
trained.
I haven't done any accents. I don't know what you're talking about.
We just play for fun.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
call us and leave some like Southern accents for us to make fun of, and then we'll all be even.
Yeah.
But also, like, this is in a real world, so all of our accents are perfect for the fake places that we're
That's
from.
how they sound in the world.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's how.
Yep, totally perfect. So thanks, everyone, for writing reviews.
Thanks.
Please continue to write reviews, especially on the Apple Podcast platform, because we really need a lot of traction there, and we will continue to read those on the show.
Now, hopefully, Robbie knows what he wants to do.
I'm going to open this beer because he doesn't.
I do too know what. Listen, I'm not going to edit any of that. This is the actual real time. This will be the real time, okay, guys? I won't edit any of that time down, and this is how long it took me to do my turn. I'm going to throw the dagger at whatever this halfling
Great.
guy is.
Do it.
Sure.
15 to hit.
Hits.
Your dex. Yeah, 15 plus your dex.
1d4. Yeah.
And it's 1d4.
Is it 15 plus my dex? Is that what I rolled? Because I have my dex is 0. So
That's a 15.
it would just be my proficiency plus 2. So we were right. Yeah.
You rolled a 4 plus
so 6
your dex.
damage.
Describe your kill.
Oh, plus my dex is 0. My dex is 0. Sorry.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's enough. Yeah. No, he was not at full hit points or anything. He was all slashed up from jumping through that window and everything.
So where I throw it at is in between his third and fourth rib. The doctor did it on accident where she was aiming, but it hits him perfectly to go through it and puncture his lungs. And so you just he's kind of breathing heavy, but then you eventually just hear him start to wheeze out and then die. Yep, he can't take another breath. His lungs have been punctured.
As soon as the combat ends, it's again deathly, eerily silent here in the university.
Drag the bodies inside.
You drag the bodies inside. Do you go up to any of the machines? Do you search the bodies? Do you search this room?
I say
Definitely,
we search
definitely.
the bodies first, right?
All of the above.
Yeah. Bodies first and then the machines.
I pat the doctor on the shoulder and say, "I'm smart, Miss Molly," and like grin at her as I know that she is typically not a killer.
We've been on some bounties before where I've had to, but yeah, I'm not. You definitely know that she's not a killer.
Mm-hmm.
This is not her first kill. That's what I'm just trying to say.
All right. So, on the person that had, well, also when you killed the person with that smoky armor, it just like turned into actual smoke and like vanished off of their body.
Oh,
And it just left a body behind, their body with the jumpsuit behind. So
Nice.
on that person, you find a small vial. I would like you to roll a 1d100.
me?
Whoever is searching that body.
I'll search it. So that's a D10 and one of this die
double
that
zeros,
we've
yes.
never used before.
If you roll over a 39, roll again.
Over a 39.
Whoa.
Is that 100?
No, that's a 10.
Oh, that's a 10?
Yeah.
What's the 0 there?
It's 0. That's the first one's the first digit. The second one's the second digit.
I rolled a 10 then.
Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. You find a vial, and labeled upon it, it says frostbite. You also find on this person 1d6 gold.
I find 4 gold.
All right, I'll search the one that I killed inside.
You find
The girl.
on the girl on the inside.
Hmm?
You find that she has. So she is wearing a club and has 1d6 gold on her.
A club?
But it's just a club. Yeah.
All right. I'm on the board with gold. I have 2.
All right.
I
And
will search the other one.
the halfling. I would like you to roll a d100 as well.
Darn it.
You chose the wrong
I
body.
did.
Well, you went after the person you killed, I guess. That
Yeah, I
makes
thought that
sense,
was
so.
fair.
And to note, I will take the coral dagger back.
Yeah, I would like to see if any of my crossbow bolts are still usable that I hit her with, too. That's
12?
Also why I went for.
Sorry to cut you off, Matt. 12?
You find a vial that says gust on it.
Any gold?
No.
Don't get greedy,
That's
gosh.
poor.
I found this vial. Says frostbite on it.
I found one too that says gust on it. I'm wondering if our characters would want to call Virgil and ask about these vials, or
I think that's smart. Yeah.
I'll pull out my shell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
That's perfect.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. No,
Pretty
I love
good.
it.
and I will call Virgil if I know how. I don't know.
You just speaking to it.
Virgil,
Yeah?
this is the doctor. We found these vials. Can you tell us more about them?
Ah, you found some arcane infusions, huh?
I guess if that's what they're called in your country.
Well, that's what they're called in Arcas. I want you to drink up, because the powers inside those little vials are the only way you're going to help me and take down Abigail Russell with me.
Now I've noticed that there's people here that seem to be addicted to it. Is this an addictive substance?
No, but the power wears off after a few months.
Ah, so that's what explained it, because they want more power, and they're addicted to the power.
Indeed. But also, Abigail Russell's turned a lot of her arcanists mad. I'm not sure how that works, but you should be safe.
Never met this guy before. Like, I'm just not gonna drink something.
I think we'll
You know
hold
what I
up
mean?
and can we search those vending machines we were talking about?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to head to that as well.
Can you
So-
describe it again? There's 3?
There's
correct?
3, yes. One is this huge, the one that's like destroyed, the one that they were prying open, said Abigail's Arcane Arts. And they have completely wrecked this one. You don't actually think you could really use it at this point, but there are 3 slightly larger jars and vials hanging out inside the machine. And those 3 jars say, hold on, loading.
This one says hold on or hold. This one on. This one loading.
A whole person vial. That'd be really powerful at level 1.
One says doctor. The other says artist. And the other says scientist.
Is there a price tag on these things too? Does it's like vending machines have price tags on?
Yeah, so this one doesn't have any prices or anything on it. But if you were to go to interact with the other two, the one that says Frost Family Foundry, as you walk up to it, there's a mechanical dwarf wearing armor, and he starts to activate. And the tall vertical oven behind him starts to glow with light. And he says, "Welcome to the Frost Family Foundry. What can I make you today?" And he's just like swinging his arms and his legs and his feet are kicking.
Is it like a little dwarf dude? Like a dwarf robot?
Yeah, just like a little, like almost like imagine a puppet or like a animatronic character. And he's just swinging his arms and he's got a little hammer in one hand. And he's just, "What can I make you today?"
I'll walk over and I'll ask him. What can you make me?
And he just starts listing off all kinds of things that are made of metal. And he starts listing off a bunch of metal weapons. He starts listing off a bunch of metal armor types. And he just starts kind of, rattling them off. And then he says, "What would you like me to make today?" As he's swinging his arms.
And I'll say, does this cost gold, or what does this do?
"Put your gold in the basin." And you notice in front of him, there is a bowl with a slot.
I automatically, how much for a dwarven hammer?
He tells you, so basically at this point, if you want a metal weapon or a metal piece of armor, just look in the book, round up to 1 gold if it's less than 1 gold, and those are the prices of everything.
Oh, so the actual cost of it.
Yeah, so the cost in the book. So at this point, you guys can make metal weapons and metal armor by giving this dwarf coins.
So to give like an example, when you were talking about metal armor, I went and looked at breastplate,
Mhm.
and it's 400 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. You ain't going to get no breastplate right now.
Nope.
It's going to take a little while.
So I think I'm the only person with armor on at this moment, correct?
Yeah, I was looking to see how much
And
armor.
the
is.
one vending machine that they were breaking into, there were 3 larger vials in there. One said doctor, one said artist,
Mhm.
and the other said scientist.
Correct.
Can I go and like inspect those just a little bit more? Are they similar to like the vial of that's labeled frostbite that I found?
It's
larger
It's larger and
quantity?
fancier. Yeah, it's very similar though. Even like the same kind of lettering on the labels. The larger vial, it's kind of actually engraved in metal on it, and the other smaller vials, it's just written.
Can we ask Virgil on the shell phone?
Mhm.
Now, what of these vials here?
And I describe the 3 names that are on there.
Are these similar to the smaller ones we found?
Those are a bit more powerful. Drink up, boys. And lady.
I'll look at the doctor and say,
Are you planning to drink that?
I want to see how many vials we get here, because I would feel bad for taking 2. If Musk doesn't get one, I would feel bad, but I would prefer to have the vial that says doctor on it.
So we can reach these or no?
The vials?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big vials are just that's what they were pulling out of the Abigail's Arcane Arts machine. Remember, there's also the tree that says Russell's Ranger Station on it as well.
I say we grab these and check out the other little spots really quick.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say you can have the doctor one. That makes sense. Do you want the artist one or the scientist one?
I don't care. I was thinking, I don't know. What do you want?
I don't care.
I'll grab the scientist vial, and then And you said that there is a wooden tree.
Yes.
It says Ranger Station
It's a
on it.
very large, round wooden tree with a face. And the face looks kind of mechanical and animatronic in the same way, like almost like a puppet.
Okay, I'll step up to the tree, see what's up with that, see if it's similar to the dwarven statue.
And it starts to speak. Hello. Welcome to Russell's Ranger Station. What can I build for you today? And he offers up crossbows, arrows, light and hide armor. From the earth I make my things, and my things are good for you.
Okay, so he makes earthy stuff like leather,
Mhm.
armor, stuff like
And
that.
bows.
The dwarf
And crossbows.
and bows and crossbows, and then the metal dwarf creates metal things. So like
Correct.
weapons, like swords, stuff like
Mhm.
swords and shields and chainmail and stuff like that.
Correct.
Was there anything else to look at down here?
You would think the Abigail's Arcane Arts, you'd be able to buy some magical stuff from it, but it's totally busted. And
Okay.
in this area, there's a social hall area, right? There's a bunch of tables and chairs, and there was like a bookstore, but that's been mostly like burnt up. There is, there's just a bunch of little spots, maybe like a little cafe area. That's, again, just all the food's been taken from it. All of the glass cases with the pastries have been broken open. It's just an absolute mess in here.
I'm too poor to afford anything. I've looked in the player's handbook, and I'm not even close to getting just
Dude.
basic armor. So I'm going to go ahead and just look at you guys and say, bottoms up. And
I was just thinking I was just gonna pop the cork on my bottle that says scientist, and I'm gonna sniff it, and I was just gonna drink it
Yep,
and
that's
just see
what
what
I'm doing
happens.
with my artist one.
We're not getting anywhere. I agree. Bottoms up.
All right, so 13, you're the first one to chug it. It's actually pretty delicious. But as you breathe out after you're done drinking this vial, that magical smoke you've seen everywhere else comes out of your nose. And then your eye, your mind becomes blown and it opens up, and everyone looking at you is just like, you just see your eyes almost like roll back into the back of your head. And you hear on your cell phone, "First one's a doozy now, be careful." And you stumble back and fall onto the floor, and you're looking up, and the ceiling is spinning above you, and you gain 1 level of wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Hey.
What was it?
At the same time, I drank the artist one.
Same thing. Like it just totally hits you like a wrecking ball, and you gain 1 level of bard. So Chuck, you also gain 1 intelligence. So increase your intelligence score by 1. Matt, you gain 1 charisma.
Of course, I will drink the doctor vial.
And same thing, you drink it, that smoke comes out of your nose, you feel a little woozy, you sit down on the floor, you kind of think you might throw up for a second, and then just your mind expands and you open up, and magic becomes a part of your being itself, and increase your wisdom by 1 and gain 1 level of cleric.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
The prerequisite for me to be at a wizard level is not met.
Go ahead and increase your intelligence to whatever the minimum is.
Okay, so it says that my intelligence has to be a 13. I'm
Yeah.
at a 8.
Oh, Lord.
So,
That's
pretty
a good...
stupid. So I'm gonna be like, I guess I'm gonna be smarter.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's a big jump for you. That's actually kind of great.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're going to be super smart.
Yeah, like your mind's eye is open. You have an understanding of magic now, like a basic fundamental understanding of magic, and you don't know where that came from.
wonderful. That's how you add a class.
I see. Yep, there it is. It's real small. Yeah, same with me. I just got prettier because I am not currently reading the prerequisite to be a pretty bard.
What's the minimum?
13.
13 again. Okay, so it bumps you up. we often conflate charisma with aesthetics, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Like all of a sudden, you either know how to play an instrument, or you feel like you can start quoting soliloquies, or you know what I mean? Like you feel like you could sculpt or paint. So think about what it is. Think about what it is that you are now capable of doing that you just weren't able to do 5 minutes ago.
Sure.
Dr. Paulie,
Yes.
you understand life in a way that you did not before. It's more than just organs and flesh and blood. You see a life force beyond existence itself that you're able to tap into and control.
So I just instantly know magic now, basically.
Yes, yeah. Like and even like a foundational, like from an intellectual level.
And so I guess when I feel like this all new power like coursing through my veins, I'll just say like,
This is fascinating.
and I'll just kind of wave my hand in the air and kind of cast prestidigitation to create like sparkle of like lights and stuff, and just flowing with my flowing in the air with my hand as I move my hand across the air.
Awesome. So we have taken a few minutes here to buy some equipment to gain a level. So Chuck, what did you gain?
Yeah, so I actually, when I drank the scientist vial, I actually gained a level as a wizard. So I'm a level 1 fighter and a level 1 wizard now, level 2 total. So in order for me to become a wizard, my intelligence score actually had to be at a 13. And before I drank this vial, my intelligence score was actually an 8. So I gained, a total of 5 intelligence just right off the bat as soon as I drank this vial.
You know how you weren't good at math?
Now I'm super good at math.
Yeah, you're fine
I'm
at
okay.
it. You're,
I'm not
you're
super good,
above
but-
average, but you're not like that good.
You know
Come on.
how to count to 13 now.
Yes, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it added up to 13. That's weird.
Way to go, 13.
Yeah. So, and now I guess like with magic being part of this world that we're currently in, I now have a better sense of what magic is and a better understanding of where it comes from. So I actually gained like a few spells along the way, which as a wizard, I mean, you can know like a bunch of spells, but when you prepare a couple, you can only prepare a few level 1 spells, which I gained. I prepared magic missile and shield for right now.
All right.
As my 2 spells, my
Good
2
balance.
level 1 spells. So
Especially if you are still a fighter and you're up close.
yeah, so I look at it as like my guy has always known combat, like up close and personal kind of thing. So I kind of want to have some things that are going to assist me in that, because I don't think I've fully changed who I am, but maybe I'll evolve into something else. Maybe I'll be more of a guy who's combat from a distance in a way. So
Robbie, what did Dr. Rhonda Paulie learn?
Dr. Rhonda Paulie, she drank the vial and it turned her into a level 1 cleric, the Dr. Vial. She learned some spells. She learned how to guide people a little better when she touches them. She learned how to even mend things, like broken things. She knows how to toll the dead, whatever that means, tolling the dead to death.
you charge him. You charge him to.
I picked
Passive.
the domain cleric of life, so I get bless and ceremony, which is pretty cool. Cure wounds, guiding bolt, and healing. I also went to the vending machine and I got hide armor, and I got what I'm calling a reflex warhammer. You know those hammers that doctors use on your knees to see if you kick back. It looks like that, but of course a lot huger.
Okay. Cool. Matt, what did Musk get?
Yeah, so hideous, grumpy old Musk turned into a bard, and his charisma went from 8 to 13. So he's like noticeably not as off-putting as normal, and he actually like felt this and tried to put it to the test and went over to 13 and not as terribly as normal asked for some coin to borrow, and 13 went for it. So he only had Musk only had 2 gold, so I was able to borrow some, and I got 20 crossbow bolts, which was only a gold, and then also a padded armor, which bumped me up to AC, so that's good. I'm up to 13 now. And also got some bard spells that are going to be either sound based, because I'm an artist and got some music skills, or convincing based. So I was able to get some like charm person and Tasha's hideous laughter.
So what instruments or what's your artistic expression after drinking that potion?
Oh, my gorgeous voice, obviously.
Okay, so you're
Singing.
all of a sudden.
Yes, just kind of took to the fact that there is a beautiful world out there, and some of that comes from the joy of singing.
When Musk was alone previously, and when he was bounty hunting, did he ever sing at all, like by himself, or did he ever have a fondness for songs?
Not at all. Found no joy in really anything that wasn't like seriousness or like getting to business. So this is a pretty major change for Musk.
So first you were grumpy and now you're happy.
Oh yeah, I went from one dwarf to a different dwarf. That's right.
So as the three of you're drinking these potions, you're spending your coin at these vending machines, you start to hear footsteps. And not like, someone sneaking around or scampering, but you hear heavy footsteps slowly getting closer and closer to your location.
Oh man.
We need to get out of here. Is there like a back door? Is it coming from the entrance where we came in at?
It's coming from where you came in, the main square.
Okay, is there a back door area that we can run through?
Sure. You all, before the footsteps even get close enough for you to understand what they are, you start moving towards the back of the building, being led by 13.
I'll say,
Let's move. Fly, you fools.
Yeah, definitely following 13. He seems to be have a more confidence in his words. He's seeming more intelligent there. I will follow him.
The three of you go to the back of the hall. It narrows down into a singular hallway, and then there is a double door. Again, the door just absolutely wrecked, barely hanging on its hinges. And you go through it, and you are on the back side of the building looking down upon the Arcas Hospital. And beyond that, you see, it's kind of hard to, all going downhill. You definitely see some sort of tunnel and maybe even a sign past the hospital that would have, like, it says like bathysphere Inn, but it's like very, very tiny type because you have to move through the hospital area to get there.
Okay. Can we peer around? Like, can I poke my head around the edge of the building as we leave to see if I can see what the sound is? I don't know if I would be able to because it's dark out here, correct? Or
correct. It is dim. Everywhere is dim lighting. So you have, you would have disadvantage on perception checks if anyone's trying to sneak up on you here. And it would be very hard to see back into that square from the other end of the building.
Did we get a long rest when we did all that or no?
No.
Or short? Nothing. So still,
Nothing.
If we lost HP? Okay.
Correct.
Cool. I think we should just go.
I will say short rest are an hour, long rest are 4 hours.
Okay.
Let's just let's head towards. You said there's a tunnel that leads to the hospital.
Not
Or
a
is
tunnel.
that-
It's just further downhill. Right now,
downhill?
you guys again, you see another hill. This one's kind of rockier, and you see signs for Arcas Hospital. You see a couple different wings. You see like or not even wings. It's a campus. It's a hospital campus. Different wings have different names on them, lit up, spelled on a coral. You might see one that says surgery. You might see one that says, children's hospital. You might see one that says, I don't know, hospital. Emergency.
I'd say we head to the hospital.
Yeah, and it's like open. There's not really hiding areas.
You can definitely sneak and move around as you move towards it. Remember, there's a lot of plants, there's a lot of sculpture, there's a lot of walkways and pathways and railing.
I'd say that we
Let's
kind of
sneak.
sneak along, with not on the main path, but along like the plants and sculptures and stuff, just right over to the this side.
Okay, everyone give me a stealth check.
The doctor got a 14.
Make you feel better, Chuck. I got a 8.
A 4. You didn't make me feel better at all.
As you are sneaking through the hillside, going down into the hospital, you start to hear two voices, and they're banging on the front door of the surgery building. And you hear the woman say, Doctor Miniker! Dr. Miniker, let us in! Let us in, Dr. Miniker! I need more work done. It's not working. My face isn't as beautiful as it used to be. And you hear, poof, poof, poof. Dr. Miniker, let us in! Let us in! Come on, doctor! Come on, let us in! And as you guys are sneaking, and someone hits a loose rock, and it kind of just falls down the hill, and then they stop speaking, and they get very, very quiet. I think somebody's here. The big guy says.
I don't want to go this way anymore.
Do you want to go in the direction of the big, loud footsteps?
Is there other options to go anywhere else?
You could make a left towards the main road and sneak and just bypass the hospital completely and head to the bathysphere station.
Can we still see where they're at?
Those two people?
Yeah.
Yes.
We could see where they're at.
Yeah, but they hear you. They don't see you, but they definitely hear you.
Remind me of our goal again. Where are we going? We're going to
Past the hospital.
Past the hospital to Bathysphere Station Inn, so you can make it to the mining district to save Virgil's family.
So I'm guessing going left, we can still get there, but it's going to take longer.
Correct.
13, he's on point, but Dr. Paul Leigh, she will give a signal that, hey, she'll move her hands around and she'll point that way, like, let's go left.
All right.
But what if there's more of those vials in there?
I think our survival is more important than vials.
You heard him. You heard him, Virgil, tell us that our survival is dependent on the vials.
So do you plan to kill some people just to have a vial? Then that makes you like them.
We need more power to get our victory.
He's addicted. He's already addicted.
Yeah. You see,
I know.
you see Musk like scratching his forearm. Like,
Matt, give Musk a point of inspiration.
okay.
I think that's appropriate for Musk and given his background and history. I think Musk likes to feel powerful,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. That's half the thrill of the bounty hunt. Prey. I am going to,
All right, so Rhonda was pointing and saying, let's go around. Are you guys going to listen to Rhonda?
or to Musk.
Are you going to listen to Musk?
I kind of want to see what these people are up to.
How far away are they?
Yeah.
I would say maybe about 200 feet away. Right now, their backs are to the door, and they're very... the guy he's tan, bronzed, built like a god. Like he's just this big, beefy guy wearing very little. Just absolutely like a statue. And the woman, she is wearing an evening gown, but she has like a shawl and a scarf wrapped around her face.
The muscular guy, it sounds like Arnold. Just want to point that out.
Yes, he does.
Do we see any other entrances to this building?
Yeah, if you go around the doors, you might be able to climb up some windows. There's not a lot of windows on this building, except for on the second floor. You might be able to climb up to some on the second floor, though.
Yeah, I mean, if he knows we're coming. Well, so if we move to the main path, they're going to see us probably. Like,
You
the
could
main
probably
path
skirt
is-
around them.
The main. Oh, we could. Okay.
we don't have to. We should not seek to go out and kill people just to have more power. Starting to sound like Brett Kitty.
Yes, you are. That's what I was about to say.
Let's move around. I'm sure we'll be able to find more along the path. Our advantage is gone.
Aye, there's probably more places to get vials all over this place.
Guess I'm outvoted. I will follow.
All
They're
right.
pretty far away. They heard us like really far away. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're not going to be in an advantage to like get up on them.
So the three of you start working your way around and head towards the main road, which is a little bit more bright. You're no longer in dim light here. There are some globes of light floating down the street on this road down to the left as you head past the hospital district, as you head past Arcas Hospital through the North Gateway district, and you come to essentially the end of the road, and to your left, there is a sign, there's a little archway and a doorway, and it says Bathysphere Station Inn. In as in north.
Oh, the letter N.
Yes.
Not a hotel.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
The three of you go make a left turn and you go down towards the Bathysphere Station, thinking that it's going to lead you to a way to access the mining district. But just maybe 20 feet down this corridor, there is a wall of that same gray magic smoke. It looks like, just smoke behind a plate of glass blocking your way.
Being the magic guy that I am,
Mhm.
can I do an Arcana check?
Absolutely.
All right. 18.
Clearly, this is some sort of magical barrier.
Clearly, this is some sort of magical barrier.
You go up and you put your hand on it, and it feels like solid glass, but it looks like smoke.
Okay.
And you can bang on it, you can pound on it. It is completely blocked off.
Well, what do you suggest we do then? Can we hit it or?
So it's smoke. Can I come up to it real close and like blow on it real hard? Does it do anything?
So imagine if smoke is stuck between two planes of glass.
Mhm.
So it looks flat, but it's swirling and it's smoky. So if you blow on it, nothing happens.
We need to find a way to disable the barrier.
So I have that vial of gust, and I'm thinking it might have to do something with the spell gust. So then I was seeing if I could have a minimum effect on it with my breath in case I need to cast like a bigger thing like gust. That was my point behind doing that.
Oh yeah, you guys never drank the frostbite and gust vials, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Maybe talk to Virgil about it?
Sure. So Musk, do you grab your shell phone?
I don't have a shell phone. That's my.
There are two now, right?
Yes, we have two.
Who's got? I feel
You
like
had
13
one, Matt.
and
I
Rhonda.
feel like Musk. 13 and Rhonda have one
Well,
right now,
13 picked it up off of Patty's corpse.
and Rhonda
correct.
took it from Musk.
Yes. Oh,
All right. So who
So I don't
says
have
what
one.
to Virgil?
I don't have one, but I suggest that they ask.
I'll speak to Virgil and ask him more information regarding in regards to this smoky barrier. How do we disable this barrier?
Ah, you hit a wall, have you? If I were to guess, I would say that one of Abigail's generals might have the key to get you through. Because clearly they're getting some supplies to the zone. One of Abigail's generals in this area is a doctor, Dr. Miniker. He's in the surgery wing of the hospital. Take him out and he'll probably have your key.
Looks like we have our heading.
Looks like I was right.
Rhonda gets a little depressed because he says take him out, which of course means kill him. And I'm just like, kind of like, there's been so much death in this city, and now like we're just doing more killing. And that's the other thing too, is like that's his default to the solution of this situation is to go and take the general out. So Dr. Rhonda, looks toward the ground and gets a little depressed.
So are you saying you don't want to kill this guy?
Oh, I know I'm going to have to, but I'm just role playing my character.
No, I'm just. I mean, you can
You can
think
voice
that-
your opinion.
You can, yeah.
know?
If your opinion is, I period, I do not want to kill this guy. Period, or I might as well kill this guy. Those are two different opinions.
I think the Dr. Rhonda, she will try to look for other solutions. She'll say, "Is killing him the only option? Taking him out."
Make a wisdom saving throw.
You're about to be hurt by Casey.
Yep.
This is Casey doing this to you.
Casey hates you.
20.
You take 1 point of psychic damage, and you think, you know what? Fuck it. This guy probably deserves to die.
I think as much as life has been down here, has been destroyed, it's probably because of this general here.
Let's go.
Yeah, I say if we can go back towards the one area, if we can sneak up towards those people again.
There is a backside to the
backside,
yeah,
so-
to the surgery place too.
Okay,
So-
well, I'd say we go in that, see if we can check out that entrance.
Sure, yeah, because you guys went all the way around it. You avoided the people at the front door. You guys go back straight up the hill, ignoring the street, through the darkness to the backside of the surgery building.
And there's a door.
There is a door. This one is not busted and destroyed, though. This one is chained and locked.
Chained and locked. Don't have any rogues in our party, do we?
Well, but we found out last time we were here that we might be able to climb and come through a window.
Correct. Most of the all the windows are on the second floor in this building.
Yeah, I want to investigate and see if I can find a good place to climb up.
Actually, it is so easy to climb up because of this crazy coral architecture that you can just really just scale up without too much issue.
Okay. I start to do that.
I follow suit.
Doctor, do you follow?
She looks at the
Alrighty.
ground again. Something about this doesn't just feel right, and she starts climbing and follows the other two.
All right, so Musk, you peer in to the window, and it is a very, very dark room. And there is glass in front of this window. None of these windows on the second floor are busted. You'll have to break through to get in.
I can't see anything in there. I have dark vision.
You see in black and white, you see a very disheveled room with beds and blood. So much blood. Blood all over the beds, blood all over the walls, blood all over the floors, handprints smearing down the walls, all in horrid black and white.
There aren't any latches on the windows or anything, or it's just a solid window.
With these weird asymmetrical windows, it's kind of hard to make a sliding window.
Do you guys want to rest before we go into somewhere looking for a general, which just sounds like a mini boss?
Hanging on the side of a building, bro.
Yeah, this is an interesting time
okay.
to suggest it.
Well, I was going to suggest it before, but you guys already started climbing up. Crap. I'm at 13 out of 21.
You're fine. You're a doctor.
Yeah.
I bust the window if I can.
You have a crowbar, don't you?
Oh wait, yeah, I have a crowbar.
All right, so 13's on one side, Musk is on the other.
Can I use the crowbar on the window possibly? Like
13 swings his crowbar and breaks the glass.
just like I intended.
You climb in through the window. And do you have dark vision?
Dragonborn, do you?
Do I? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I have the same as dwarves, yeah.
And you see the same horrific room. Blood blood on the beds, blood on the sheets, and you just smell death. No hospital should smell like this.
Smells like death, but worse.
That reminds me of a mash tent. Except not the rotting smell. Just the smell of blood.
Doctor, I assume you've climbed in behind everyone else?
Yes, I'm in.
All three of you are in the room. Do you want to search this room? Do you want to go into the hallway?
Yeah, let's quietly search this room.
Let's have one person roll an investigation check. It's dark, so no advantage. Even though other people might be helping.
Matt, go ahead. You're the
I'm not thinking.
you're
I
hot
don't know
diet.
if I have dark vision. You sure I've got it, Matt?
I thought Dragonborn do. I'm almost sure.
It'd be under my feats and traits, right? Not seeing it.
14.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You find 1 D12 gold.
Yay.
Gold.
Gold. The Ocho. I walk over to 13 and I give 13 back the 5 that I had borrowed. So I will pocket 3 gold.
Thanks.
You're too generous. Who
All right.
peeks their head out in the hallway first?
That can be me.
Musk, you peek your head out into the hallway and you see, leading from your room, a long trail of blood going down a very dark hallway.
I will tell my friends that. And then, is there anything down the other way?
A series of rooms on both sides. Clearly for patients.
Clearly.
Do we want to follow the blood, or do we want to explore the rooms by us?
I mean, we're gonna have to follow the blood as we go past the rooms, correct? So
Correct.
We should probably look for more resources.
All right. You guys search some of the rooms as you're going down the hallway. Roll for investigation. Again, just once.
Just one person?
One person. Yep.
No, I did it that time. Someone else can do it if you want.
Add the highest investigation check, though, between the party. Unless you split up.
oh, it's
Oh, so
uh-huh.
yeah,
let's
let's
split up.
Yeah, let's split
Let's
up.
split up in the room. We're going down this hall. We can check the rooms, individual rooms. We'll split up.
17.
Rhonda, 8.
16 or 13.
Rhonda, you find 1d6 gold.
6 gold.
Nice.
Or 9 gold.
It's 6. 13. 13. You find a vial that
Hey.
says healing word.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Musk, you find a vial that says healing potion.
Oh,
Oh, it's even better.
Healing word you can use over and over. Healing potion, not so much.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, mine's better.
And I rolled higher, you son of a bitch.
I went to a better room.
You did. You found the far better room.
After searching, the three of you make your way back to the hallway and meet up. Do you follow the trail of blood?
Yes. Let's follow the blood.
It leads you to a stairwell, and the three of you slowly, carefully, stealthily make your way down the stairwell.
Is this fresh blood? Is it still wet?
A lot of the blood in the room looked old and dry. This trail, it's new.
Scared yet?
I look back at Rhonda.
Or you already know I've been scared the entire time down here. I think you'd have to be a bit crazy not to be scared in this place.
If there's anything I know in life, it's that you have to adapt to your surroundings in the situation at hand.
Quiet, you two.
Stop reading your traits on your character sheet and let's move on. What is that? Not
That's
one
my
of your
background shit.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right, I make my way down.
The three
I'll
of
lead
you,
the party.
the three of you follow the blood, and it leads you straight into the surgery ward. Before the surgery ward, there is one small desk. There's a woman, a fresh body, laid over the table, her blonde curly hair hanging down over it, just motionless, a pool of blood underneath her.
I ain't going to be able to heal her.
I step into the room and go up to the body at the desk.
Do you move it?
I check it out first. I don't touch it. I just kind of look over the body.
You bend down to get a good look at it, especially her face hanging over her desk. And it's just full of scalpels and daggers and other implementations,
All in the face?
all in the face. Her ear is barely hanging on. The pool of blood, all purely from her face.
She's dead.
Did your intelligence increase, Chuck? You don't have to be like that anymore.
I know, I'm kidding.
If there's something to cover her body up with, I'm going to cover her body. And Dr. Rhonda is like,
Mhm.
I've never seen anything like this. This pure hatred could
Again.
only have done this. I'm going to cover the corpse up.
Her desk is in the middle of a small room. To the left and to the right are two swinging doors. Both say surgery ward over the doorways. Both have bloody handprints pushing on the doors to go in or possibly out.
Can we quietly search this room?
Sure. Give me an
Ah.
investigation check.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'll search the body, I guess.
19.
What about you, Musk? You gonna search anything?
Well, if you have the room and the body, I don't think there's anything else.
I rolled a 10 on the body.
Wait, who searched the body? Who searched the room?
I searched the body.
13. You find 1d6 gold in her pocket. And you
And-
also find her name badge.
Would we assume the name badge is like a key code thing?
No, it's just her
Okay.
identification. Just, she's got a little card there.
What was her name?
Yeah, what's the name?
Fern Coleman.
Oh, Fern. Bet you didn't think life would come to this, did you?
The doctor got a 19 to search the room.
Searching the room, you find another vial of healing potion.
Can we tell which of the swinging doors has the fresh blood going to it?
The left door has the freshest blood. It's very obvious.
Is it a palm or fingertips that we see?
Actually, yeah, you see a palm, like the bottom right corner of a hand pushing through the door.
All right, well, they're standing around. I'm going to that fresh blood. I'm going through that door.
Let's go.
You push through the left door, and the room opens up long and then wide on the left. And you see to your immediate left, maybe about a 10-foot tall structure with a sheet placed over it. In the middle of the room, there's a table, a surgery table, with lights pouring down over it. You guys have come from a world of lanterns and torches, but most of the lighting here are these globes, and these globes are focused in metal dishes, all pointing towards this one table in the middle of the room. And beyond that table, there's a wall and then seating, perhaps for people to watch the surgery take place. And then the room goes back a little bit further, and the farthest wall is covered in implementations, surgery implementations, saws, knives, blades. In that table to your left, in the center of the room, there's a man. Man who is drop dead gorgeous. One of the most handsome men you have ever seen in your entire life. Perfect hair, perfect jaw, and he's leaning over a woman who's laying on her back. And he is moving his hands around her face as if he has tools in his hand, but he doesn't. And you see her face. It's wild. The pieces of her face are floating around her skull, her ear, her eyes, her nose, and he is just manipulating them from a distance, sliding them around, pushing in her nose just a scotch, shrinking her ears as her face is completely disconnected from the flesh and the skull and the bones and the muscles. And he looks up at you and he says, "Have you come for a facelift?"